Ladies and gentlemen, Lamelo Ball, NB1, the one of one, had his exit interview. We all know the Charlotte Hornets, miserable season has come to an end, and Lamelo had a whole lot to say. It's almost like I'm just going to hand pick a little something of what he said, and something that was glaring to me was that him and Miles Bridges had a conversation. This is what the reporter said, and Melo confirmed that he is going to be looking to play 75 plus games this season. What I'm hearing from this is he's looking to play, or he's looking to have a long season, y'all, where the injuries is very minute, if none and void, LaMelo Ball, he understands how to get there. It's not going to happen just by saying it. He is looking to work one-on-one with the training staff very diligently. He understands that the organization is moving in a good path. He has faith in these guys. From what I heard in these exit interviews, we're going to break some things down. The Charlotte Hornets season is over, and LaMelo Ball must look to the horizon, which is next season. And it's about to go down as flight sports. We're about to listen. Chief, what's the deal? Melo had his exit interviews. The Hornets season has come to a conclusion. We all knew it was going to get to this point. It's been a while since we had LaMelo at the podium. What was some of your thoughts on what he said, and get to what he needs to do to play 75 plus games next season? Talk to us.
Yes, peace, flight, peace to everybody, man. He said he's continuing to put the work in as he has been doing, and everything. Everybody wants this juicy. They want Lamelo to drop something juicy so you can run with it. Melo just doesn't do press conferences like that. He's going to get straight to the point. On to the next question. You know what I'm saying? All the talk. He does that with the people who was in the battlefield with him, not no damn meeting. Anyway. So Miles said that LaMelo told him he plans on playing 75 plus games. You know what I'm saying? And he's not saying that for fluff. He's saying that, number one, it should tell us, like, that there's an expectation that Miles is going to be back next year if LaMelo is telling Miles Bridges this, bro. It tells me that the players believe that Miles will be back. That's what it tells me, number one, flight.
That's what me too. You got to put two and two together.
Yeah, come on now. I mean, why would LaMelo tell Miles he's planning on playing 75 plus games and Miles ain't going to be there? That don't make no sense to me. So he was, he's continuing to put in the work. He's been working with the trainers. He's going to continue to do that. Everything is step by step. You don't want to rush the process. Some of the things that I felt in the past that LaMelo, because he wanted to play and because he wanted to prove that he wanted to play, I think in the past he may have rushed back in a couple of times, man. And this time, out of wisdom, he's saying, let me just, take my time and make sure this is right, because I do want to play, and because the franchise, in essence, have put their faith in LaMelo, bro. They put their faith in him. The whole franchise was sold with him as the headline. $3 billion worth, baby. You don't buy a franchise with $3 billion if there's a nobody on that franchise. They bought that franchise because LaMelo's on it. Take it or leave it alone. And in conjunction with that, they went and got Brandon Miller as a fit for him to be the co-star with him. 2, 3, and to show that they believe in him, not just with talk. The Hornets put their money where their mouth is, man. They've given LaMelo a deal that is worth that can be worth up to $250 million, man. You know what I'm saying? So that along with the work ethic he has already had, the business moves he's already made from the age of 19 with the team that's around him, and of course the molding and shaping of the mentality in the first place by LeVar Ball, all that together to me is going to make for a great season next year for the Hornets.
Absolutely. I totally agree. I really think it's going to be some serious homage paying come next season. I think a lot of people got things all mixed up, in my humble opinion. And shout out to Brandon Miller, because I do see with the Hornets, Melo fans. It seems like it's some sort of tug of war here, but I think that these guys are partners. You understand? And I think that LaMelo is going to remind the world how great he actually is. You know, Brandon Miller needs a guy like LaMelo Ball to be LaMelo Ball to unlock Brandon Miller. And I think all fan bases who have these different points of views, we all have to settle in the middle here on this. You understand? A healthy LaMelo Ball, what do you think that does for a Brandon Miller who was just basically going into full stride towards the end of the season? You know, Melo is going to take this team to new heights. You got Mark, you got a lot of weapons here, along with the pieces you brought in. But at the end of the day, even as with the greatness of Miller, yet this team is not going to reach its potential, not going to get there without LaMelo Ball. He is this engine that stirs everything. And I want to remind people who got a little bit of selective amnesia what this man brings to the table. Go do your homework on what he was doing prior to the injury. He was going to single-handedly walk himself to the All-Star game with the sorry Charlotte Hornets. And Miller was on this team riding the wave. So it's going to be more wave riding. But I think LaMelo, and I'm delighted to say, I think he's going to have a weapon, a bona fide secondary option next season. What do you think about this, Chief?
Absolutely. You know how much they believe in him play? Grant Williams said that the guys are going to push LaMelo. Now, there's some people who say, oh, that's because he don't want to play. No, you clowns. No. It means, like, that they believe in him enough to want to invest energy into him and push him out as the leader of the damn team. That's what Grant was saying. Grant said, we want to push him because without LaMelo, we ain't going nowhere. So we're going to push him to be the best because with him being the best, that means we will be the best. And we want to follow him. Grant said that in the press conference yesterday. You know, Miles, same. Steve Clifford, the one person that made everything go, didn't play last year. Steve Clifford, in his exit interview, said it. They know the importance of LaMelo Ball to this team. They know the importance. Jeff Peterson is not coming to be the executive vice president of the Hornets on a team that doesn't have someone like LaMelo Ball that'll help raise, that'll be his entry point into the executive circles with a LaMelo Ball to build around. What? So, and now, yes, he has a legit number two with him, right? A legit number two with him in Brandon Miller. He has real vets. Grant Williams said in the press conference, indirectly, that LaMelo didn't have no good vets around him until he got there, basically, is what he said in the press conference. Go back and watch those exit interviews now. Grant said that. You know, so now you got vets who are invested in LaMelo, invested in giving him certain nuances. He's 22. Of course, he'll know everything right now, Flight, but that's why you have good vets around good players, man, to say, okay, LaMelo, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. You know, Grant Williams, I've been in the NBA Finals. This is, you know, these are the things I went through to get to the finals, blah, 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 blah. This is what is needed, you know. And LaMelo, of course, will embrace that. He will. It's going to be a nice summertime for LaMelo Ball. Oh, yes. And there will be a long list. There will be a long list, long names being taken. One quick thing, right? Clifford said that LaMelo Ball's highlight for this year, he always talk about the way he stripped Halliburton at the end of that game. Please. He can be ready next year.
All right, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Most definitely hit the subscribe button. It's Flight Sports